Tonight on Size Eyes on the Skies.
Highs across the state range from the mid-30s to the 60s today. They're going to get even warmer tomorrow. We'll talk about how much of a warm-up we're talking about coming up.
Plus, Joey's in the studio for the national forecast. All that and much more on this Thursday edition of Size Eyes on the Skies, which starts right now.
It's Wednesday night on ISU TV, broadcasting live from Ames, Iowa. This is Size Eyes on the Skies. ISU TV's longest-running television program brings you the weather from around the country to the heart of Iowa. The ISU Meteorology Department team of forecasters keep you ahead of the storm. From Iowa's most trusted weather team, this is Size Eyes on the Skies.
Welcome back. I'm joined by Zane, who's doing our Iowa forecast today. Zane, it was a nice day.
It was, yeah, not too shabby in Iowa today, including here in Ames. I think highs in the mid-40s or something like that. A lot of melting snow, a lot of water, a lot of puddles, all that kind of stuff. When I was on here last week, last Thursday, we were talking temperatures in the mid-teens. And
a little bit better than where we were last week.
Right, we made a ton of improvement, and it's only going to get better from here. Right now across the state, we have scattered clouds just kind of hanging out. Now our current temperature is 43 here in Ames, 46 in Des Moines. Down to the south and west where they don't have as much snow, it's much warmer, still hanging on to 57 in Council Bluffs. And then our highs today, there they are, 44 in Ames, 53 in Des Moines. So it's only going to get better tomorrow. 8 a.m. tomorrow here in Ames, 45, noon, 52 degrees and plenty of sunshine. And then we might sneak up to 60 before we start cooling back down around 4 p.m. to 56. We're going to talk about a lot of wind with this heat tomorrow, too. We'll have more of that in the Iowa forecast.
A little good and a little bad. Thanks, Zane. Time for the weather story for tonight's show. On this day in 1962, a significant snowstorm blasted Iowa from February 17th through the 18th, producing very heavy snow across northern and northwestern portions of the state. Sibley received 21 inches in just 24 hours, which is the highest snowfall on record for any 1 month at that location. While at Inwood, 20 inches of snow received on the 18th was enough to break their February snowfall record. February 1962 finished as the snowiest month on record. Now it's time to see something going on in the national weather. Joey, what's going on around the country?
Well, we have our day planner up right now, well, not too much going on across the country today, but we have some record warmth coming up from the south. Oh, here we go. This is our main story for today, but we'll have more after the break.
You enjoyed that commercial break. We're now back and we're going to have Joey tell us about the national weather. Joey, what's going on?
Hey, looking around the nation, first we're going to go up to the northeast. We have very cold temperatures in the upper teens in northern New York, down around freezing near D.C. Cincinnati, around 40. I'm going to jump down into the south, a little bit warmer. New Orleans coming in at 61. Central Arkansas is the mid-60s. Dallas over our hot spot at 71 degrees. Albuquerque, 68. Phoenix, 80. It's mid-February. San Francisco coming in at 57. Salt Lake City, 39. It actually has some really cool snow squalls coming through there today. Seattle, 49. Salem, Boise, 50 degrees. Pretty temperature for this part of the time of year. North Platte coming in at 54, Pierre 53, in Minneapolis 40. As we zoom out today, our highs, look at this inflow of warm temperatures, near record warm around western Kansas, panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma. Phoenix, again, 82 degrees. Minneapolis at 40 degrees. Not too much going on. We had this low pressure system over the Great Lakes bringing some snow around the UP of Michigan. And this inflow of moisture coming across the Rockies with the terrain bringing in some mountain snow and some rain as this warmth is coming up into near the Canadian border. We zoom in to the Rockies. Here's our moisture flow with the our watches and warnings. Here's a big inflow of high wind warnings, red flag warnings across for much of the state. They actually just canceled some of these for the state of Oklahoma. It's dry and windy conditions. There was a big fire going on right now, right around this area. As we dip into the future cast, we go ahead through tonight. Here's our low pressure system, and you can see as we go through the time, here's our cold front kind of sags through, and as we go through Saturday, it kind of stalls out as we get our stationary front. And this moisture comes up, and we'll have some spotty showers for the southeast of the part of the country. Highs tomorrow, Dallas 77, Phoenix 84, Seattle 52, Minneapolis warming up again at 45, New York at 51. We're going to step off the map a little bit and jump over to Honolulu, Hawaii. Mid-80s with some hazy conditions as the winds are fairly calm for this part of the week. But we stay pretty moderate temperature-wise into the middle of next week.
Thanks for taking us to the tropics, Joey. Now it's time to put your thinking cap on because it's trivia question time. Hope you're ready for this question. It's a pretty difficult one. Which of these months has the largest spread of temperatures in Iowa? Is it March, June, October, or December? We'll take another look at that later in the show. So, time to look at the Iowa weather now. Zane, what do you got for us?
Well, Jared, it's not too shabby across Iowa right now, considering where we've been at for the last several days here in the state. Look at our coldest spot on the map is 37 up in Mason City, 48 in Des Moines, 55 right now, still out in Council Bluffs. So it's not too bad across the state. Tomorrow it's going to get even better. Tonight we're going to stay warm, hanging out mostly in the mid-40s across the state. Tomorrow there's our taste of spring, and then seasonable temps return as we head into next week. We'll talk about how warm tomorrow and a lot of wind coming up in the Iowa forecast. Welcome back to Size Eyes on the Skies. Right now here in Ames, we're hanging on to 43 degrees outside, winds from the southeast at 15, humidity at 79%, and a dew point at 37. Highs across the state of Iowa today, quite a bit of spread. 37 up in Mason City, 63 out in Council Bluffs. Down in southwest Iowa, they really don't have any snowpack, like much of the northern part of the state is still dealing with about several inches or so of snow hanging out. Our winds right now, mostly from the southeast, breezy, 10 in Des Moines, 15 in Ames, and 20 up north in Mason City. So clouds and radar showing us that a little bit of clouds that were hanging out across the state today, starting to break up as we go into tonight. And that's going to contribute to our warming that's going to come in tomorrow. So Futurecast is going to start us off tonight at 7 p.m. There's that low pressure system that's going to swing across to the north of us tomorrow. Now tomorrow, winds are going to be from the south early in the day, and then as this front moves east, winds switch around to the west, and it's going to continue to pump in that warm air for us throughout the day. And then you see it moves off, and those cloudy or sunny skies hang out into Saturday morning. So if we look at our lows tonight, 38 in Mason City, 47 in Des Moines, 47 in Council Bluffs. Notice that across the state we're going to be above freezing So we're going to have a couple, 2 or 3 days of continuous melting of that snow that's still on the ground out there, which is going to be pretty nice. Highs tomorrow, 51 in Mason City, 56 in Fort Dodge, 64 down in Des Moines, and areas to the south could make it up into the mid, maybe upper 60s, which is going to feel absolutely spectacular for a mid-February day. Contributing to that is going to be these high winds. This is a wind advisory that's going to start tomorrow at 3 a.m. and last through the day until 6 p.m. On Friday. Winds are going to be sustained probably around 30 miles an hour. Gusts could reach up to 45, which is going to be pretty blustery if you're out and about tomorrow. So tonight here in Ames, 43 degrees. Going to be pretty warm overnight. Snow going to be continuously melting, and then breezy with those west-southwest winds from 20 miles an hour or so. This is going to be actually, if it holds out, a record high low temperature for us here in Ames for mid-February, which is going to be kind of neat. Tomorrow, 60 degrees. There it is. Warm, like 60 degrees is warm for middle of February, and windy with those winds from the west. Switching out of the south to the west, 20 to 25, and higher gusts like we talked about earlier. As we head into the weekend, Saturday, temperatures dip back down to 55, but that's still pretty warm for this time of year. 47 on Sunday, 40 on Monday, and we stay fairly moderate through into next week.
I love the warmer temperatures. Thanks, Zane. Time to take a final look at our trivia question for the night. What is the month of these four which has the biggest spread of temperatures? Is it March, June, October, or December? Which one of those are you guys thinking?
Gee, I don't know. It would have to be some sort of transition month, wouldn't it? Like
exactly
March
what I was
or
thinking.
whichever
Yeah,
the
March
other
or
choice
October.
was that I didn't see.
October.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the answer is actually A, March. So there you can see the answer. And the reason for that is you get the warm air masses moving across the center of the country, and you also have the snow on the ground a lot of times can give you some really cold temperatures. So that's why you have March. But with these warmer temperatures we've got in the forecast, had me thinking of spring. And I was wondering when you guys wanted to get together and have our annual grill out session.
Oh, man.
I don't know if it could be right away because there's going to be still a fair amount of snow out there, and it's even when that snow melts, it's going to be a lot of water hanging out.
Well, you know, maybe we could just use the water to, boil, maybe do some pasta on the side or something.
Yeah, sounds
Sure,
good.
if you want to.
So we'll hash out when that occurs. But in the meantime, that concludes our show for tonight. Please be sure to follow us on Twitter and to like us on Facebook. You can find every show online at YouTube under our Size Eyes channel. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again on Tuesday.